you wake up feeling alone. You know you've got people that love you, but you wake up and there is nothing more isolating than feeling like you're living in this void where you're experiencing this pain all by yourself. And so if this is you and you're a super successful woman, right? Brilliantly successful woman. You've got all the things. The money is coming in. You've done all the right steps to get to where you want to be. And maybe you're in the corporate world or you own your own business. And despite the fact that it's super successful, right? And you've achieved the things, you don't feel it. And you really kind of wonder, is this it? And it can feel so lonely because people from the outside looking in see you as having it all. And in fact, what you feel and what someone else sees are completely different spaces. And so to talk about it can be really hard. And I know because I've been there. So if you relate to this, then hi, my name is Jennifer Zenz Olson. I'm the founder and owner of Laughing Lotus Wellness, and I'm a transformational purpose coach and expert. And what I do is work with women that are just like you, and I've been there. And what we do is we get clarity around how you got where you are, where you want to go, and how you're going to do that. And I support women who know that in a space that they need to make a lane change, they're just not sure how. And so that's what we work together to figure out. So one of the things that I want to talk about today, right, is we're going to be talking about resetting your sense of connection. And that's so important, that sense of being in community, being seen, being heard, feeling validated, and not feeling alone. That you're gonna do the journey much of the time, yes, on your own, in your own right. You're gonna make your own decisions. You're gonna have to step into those spaces, those sometimes seemingly scary big spaces by yourself. But always we need to do it with connection. Always we need to do it with support. And so this is that time to sort of reconfigure, right? We're going to relook at the people that we're connected to and how they're showing up for us. And are they showing up in a space of love and light and support and kindness and cheering us on? Or are they kind of naysayers? They don't mean to be. These aren't even necessarily malicious people, but they show up in our worlds and they're like, well, but what about this? Or what about that? I was just listening to the book by Glennon Doyle, Untamed, and she was talking about this, and I had forgotten this section about, she talked about that, even she went to go get her haircut. This is something so small, to get bangs, and she told her mom, who she talked to all the time, and her mom sends her a text the next morning and was like, honey, I just want to tell you that be really careful. You don't do so great with bangs, and every time you do it, you're really upset you did. And she said, and I went and I got my haircut and I didn't get bangs. And her mom wasn't malicious. Her mom wasn't mean, right? Wasn't trying to be mean-spirited. But what can happen is we want to take a look at the people around us and how they really, really support or don't. And so this is that time to have some observation. It's not about judgment. It's observing who's around you and who's coming in and really holding space, and who maybe comes in and with not even mean intention, kind of tend to put us down, or don't hold space the way we need, or they're worried for us, or right. I mean, so they're not saying like, you got this, we can do this, how do we make it work? They're like, okay, that's what we're looking at. And I'm not saying don't have relationships with them. I'm saying you might want to modify where and how they show up. Because if you've got big things to do and you've got lane changes to make and you've got that friend with a bug in your ear, oh, but you've got everything and this is working, why shake up what works? Because it's not working for my soul. If it's not working for my soul, it's not working, right? So we can have people around us that inadvertently are putting those little like earworms into our minds about, but this is okay and this should be enough. Well, that doesn't mean anything if you wake up feeling by yourself and lonely and in despair about where you're sitting. Those two things are not congruent, right? So we want to get transparent with ourselves around who our people are. Okay, so it's time to kind of look around us, reset if we need, right? Redirecting that effort. And we want to really make sure that the people that are in our wheelhouse are there to support transformation. Okay, and then look at the collective importance and how you show up in a big way. you want to think about there's a collective energy to the people we spend the time with, right? So I say we are a culmination of the 5 people we spend the most time with. And so if I'm spending time with people who are a little nervous Nelly or think that we've already got it, so why would we complain? And who are we to say something about not being satisfied, right? That can't be in our inner circle. They can be in our circle somewhere, but they got to be kind of out here, right? But thinking about the collective importance about how we show up, right? Who is holding space? Who's the collective space around us? That's essential. Okay, so I'm going to read this because I love this so much. This is the same idea. This is by Cleo Wade in her book, Heart Talk, which I clearly love because I reference it all the time. And she said, when we overcome our fear of failing, we have that power to step into the magnificence of our resilience. Last week I talked about resilience. Do the things you are afraid to do. Do the things that feel big. Do the things that show you what you're made of. We don't need to look at anybody else for their input about this, okay? I know this is tough, right? Only the people that are like, rah, on the sidelines are your people that are in the inner circle. Anybody that's got a question about what you're doing big, they can't have space at that table, okay? They can have space at another one, but they can't have space at this one. And then the people we admire, listening to this, the people we admire for exhibiting excellence are not the people who are perfect or the people who succeed every time. They are the people who recognize that the road to achieving every goal is paved with victory and defeat. So we're gonna have missteps. The triumphant are celebrated not because they win every time, but because they never quit when they lose. We are more resilient than we could ever imagine. Keep going. So if I look around, I want my inner circle to be people who've won, but they won because they worked through defeat. Okay, they were resilient. They stepped back up, they put the big girl pants on, and they kept on trudging forward. They talked about the hard things. They were transparent. They were vulnerable. I have made missteps in my business. So there's something so empowering and important about making sure we're surrounded by people that see that, feel that, hear that, and honestly are walking that talk, not just talking, right? So they're talking so much about action this year. It was almost my year word, but it's not. I have another word I'm going to use instead, but it's connected. But I am going to say that I truly want you to believe that it's about action. People, powerful people in your inner circle that are taking action. They're not just thinking about it. They're not just talking about it. They're doing it. And that's really what I want you to be searching for, okay? Okay. So that's your kind of homework for the week. And now we're going to wrap up. Here's the thing, my friends. Listen in, lean in. 2 days from now, a day from now, I forget when I post these, so forgive me. I believe that I post this on a Tuesday, so it'll be a day until. Listen in. I have my Eyes on the Prize free webinar coming up on Wednesday evening. It's from 7 to 8:30 p.m. This is the last call, my friends. I'm doing last call emails. This is the last call vlog I'm gonna do. It's happening. Do not miss this. My soul is so on fire, I'm literally sweating talking about it because I get so excited. So this free webinar is only an hour and a half long. It's all about manifesting the greatness of all the things we've been talking about this month. We're going to be really stepping into that action, okay? So it's action oriented. And so I want you to be there, and how you sign up, super easy. Go to laughinglotuswellness.com/free-webinar. Again, laughinglotuswellness.com/ and then it's just free-webinar. Go in there, click the button. It'll take you literally 10 seconds to sign up. Get your spot, okay? Here's the deal. Number one, it's gonna be so money. I'm just so fired up about what we're gonna be talking about and doing that evening, I can't even tell you. But number two, I'm launching something in February that's getting announced that evening. So it's a 2-for. So what you wanna do is show up. Do not wanna miss this, because there is a bonus only for the people in that community that evening who are ready to take action. You heard my words. You're going to hear me say action about 9 million times in the next year. So 2022, follow the word action. So I want to support you doing more for you in 2022. And this webinar, Eyes on the Prize, is exactly how I'm going to kick that off for all of you and offering you something huge. I cannot wait to share this announcement with you all. So I want you to show up in this webinar. Again, laughinglotuswellness.com/free-webinar. Get in this. This is the last call, final call, friends, right? Final call, right? Get into this free webinar with me, okay? So this is Jen, as always, supporting you as you rise on your path to purpose. I hope to hold space with you guys in a night or two here. I think it'll be the next night, forgive me. And I wanna share that space with you to help you rise. We're gonna support each other in doing that work. And so show up for that free webinar. It's gonna cost you an hour and a half of your time. And I promise you, it's gonna be so highly vibrational. You're gonna leave walking away with a good case of the shakes, okay? I promise to rock your world. So I will hopefully see you there. And until next time, you guys, take good care of yourselves. This is blessings, love, and light sent from me to you. And we will see you guys at that webinar.